Well, the biometric screenings are basically what we call a mini comprehensive measurement of different numbers of an individual. And they include obviously some laboratory testing, some blood pressure checking, some weight and height checking, things like that. Those are what are referred to as your kind of biometric measures. We can kind of have a unique opportunity. It's maybe not a long period of time, but someone's in there, you check things. Someone's HDL cholesterol is a little bit low, or their LDL cholesterol is a little bit high, or their BMI is a little bit high. And they actually have an opportunity with somebody who has some expertise in this area to pick that specific number and give individualized coaching to that person. And so they can sit down for a few minutes and say, these are the things we recommend specifically for this issue you're having right now with this number. So part of it is identifying problems that might be showing up, so we can give them some coaching on what to, how to eat, activity levels, things like that. Or even if they're doing well, to be able to give them some support and some motivation to sustain the lifestyle that they're having. So there's some really, really great things that employers can do with keeping people healthy. And then their benefits should be shown with decreased absenteeism. That's been shown in many studies. Increased productivity at the work site, decreased healthcare costs. It costs roughly $1,500 or $2,000 or more a year per person who smokes as opposed to one who doesn't. We know it costs about $1,400 to $1,500 more a year per an employer for an employee who's obese as opposed to one who isn't. So those are huge opportunities to identify potential risks and then use that for prevention, education, and awareness.
The biometric screen is going to tell us what your total cholesterol HDL ratio is. It's going to let us know what your cholesterol level is, your HDL, which is your good cholesterol, and your LDL, which is your bad cholesterol. It can also tell us your triglycerides as well as your glucose level, your blood sugar. Well, after I've introduced myself, I'll have the patient have a seat. I will ask them, are they right or left-handed, because that will determine which hand we would poke, because we have to use a lancet to poke their finger, and the less dominant hand is generally less callous, so the poke goes a little smoother. And then we fill this little tube in here with blood just up to there, and then we put it in a cartridge in our machine, and it takes about 9 minutes to run that to get all the results of the numbers.
What we do in these is these are relatively short, and so we want to make them as personalized and as educational as possible. Very, very simple, very non-invasive, just a quick check, a little teeny finger poke, and then they can tell you all this information within a few minutes.
Then I will check their blood pressure and their pulse, and then we walk over to the scales and we get their weight as well as their height.
And it's a very fancy little gadget. And the nice thing is they check them so quickly that they do them real time. And what we want is we want everybody to take those, and just like people know the engine that's in their car, they know the numbers that are in their body.